Ahoy, everybody! Hello. I feel like it's been a little while since we've talked. Probably not, but it just feels like it. It is raining, so if you hear any drippiness in the background, that's what that is. But it's been raining every day for like the last 2 weeks or so, so I wasn't gonna be able to avoid this. Mo and I. Let me put you out there, buddy. Mo and I are back to review the final book in Jenny Han's "All the Boys I've Loved Before" trilogy. It is called "Always and Forever, Lara Jean." So I have finished the trilogy now, all three books. I am overall a big fan, as is Mo. Mo is a big fan as well. So this story wraps it up. There is not any more stories with this, so this is at the moment Jenny Han's conclusion to the story. So the premise of this book is it's Lara Jean and Peter. Again, I've watched two videos. This is the third of it. Some parts of this may end up being a little spoilery for the first two books, but I don't know. Don't really watch this one if you want spoilers on the book at all, because you might get some details on the second and first one. Lara Jean and Peter. Yep, Mo's favorite Peter. They are now seniors, so the first two books took place their junior year. This is their senior year, and so this is very much them deciding like what they're gonna do after high school, and like they're going to prom, and having all those like fun senior adventures that you have your senior year. So we're seeing Peter and Lara Jean go through those. Uh, the really big theme, like one of the bigger themes going on in the story is like following your destiny versus following another one's destiny. And so is it okay to, you know, make concessions or give up things in your life, to basically like give up part of your life to keep the other part intact, or should you kind of try to spread it a little bit? Because Peter is going to the University of Virginia for lacrosse. So in the movies, these take place in Oregon. In the books, they take place in Virginia. And so Peter's going to the University of Virginia for lacrosse. Lara Jean applies to the University of Virginia but does not get in, which is actually very relatable for me because I applied to the University of Virginia and didn't get in. So it was a little weird, jarring, a little bit to see that part in the book where she gets like the notification that she doesn't get in, because I kind of felt that pain a little bit for not getting into the University of Virginia. But she decides she's going to go to William and Mary College, I think. Not University, William and Mary College, which is also in Virginia. It's about, I think they said it was 2 hours away, maybe. So that's where she's going to go. And so she's living her life, and she's come to this decision she's going to go there. And her and Peter are going to work it out. They're still going to be, boyfriend, girlfriend, and they're going to visit each other, back and forth. But then all these little roadblocks keep popping up. And Lara Jean actually finds out she gets into the University of North Carolina, which is a very solid school. And she decides she's going to go there instead, which is actually like 3.5 hours from Virginia, University of Virginia. So it's kind of a symbolism that her and Peter are going to be even more long distance. It felt more manageable when they were both in Virginia. Yeah. Mo really wanted Lara Jean to get into Virginia, and he was heartbroken when she didn't. Yeah. No, it's not fun. Not fun. While this is going on, Lara Jean's dad is actually he gets engaged at the beginning of the book, and then he gets married at the end of it. Um, Fairly similar to what happens in the movie as well, with that part of the storyline. And so she's worried that she's seeing the ending of her relationship, while at the same time seeing her dad's new relationship really start to flourish. So there's that kind of parallel going on as like love dying and love ending, which is a part of the romance genre. Which this is absolutely still a romance story. Mr. Leaper is a sap for a good romance. This guy, Mo cries at romances all the time, and it's all right, buddy. Yeah, I get it. Romances are great. I know. It's big softy over here. Um, I would say there is also a parallel going on about Peter's dad, who is estranged to his family, so they split up, and he's not really in Peter's life. And he's coming around again now that Peter's graduating high school and going to college. And he is trying to reconnect with Peter, and Peter is kind of very hesitant about it. Largene finally convinces him to at least give it a shot, um, and I won't say anything more than that because that will be a little bit of a spoiler. In terms of the movie versus the book, um, the scene from the movie that I really would give, like, I think the dad storyline, Peter's dad storyline, has a lot more weight to it in the movie. I think they do a lot more job going into the emotions of it. I think Noah Centineo plays Peter. Just even mentioning Noah Centineo to this guy, he goes crazy. Big Peter fan, if you didn't remember that. He really builds it, and there's this heartbreaking scene in the diner, but I won't get too far into that because that's a spoiler. In terms of things from the movie that I wish were, or things from the book that I wish were in the movie, Uh, there's really a lot of the same events. They just kind of happen in different orders. Like in the movie, she goes to Korea at the beginning. In the book, she goes to Korea at the end. I don't know. I think that's fine. I don't really. I feel like they both worked as plot points in there, either at the beginning or at the end, either as rising actions or falling actions, with respect to how their stories came out. I guess I would. If there's one thing I really would switch is I did like the setting. I think the Virginia schools in Virginia, they're much closer, and North Carolina. I like that. They don't really go to New York, and New York's not a thing. I have an issue when things are only in LA or New York. I think it's lazy. I like it better when there's other options out there, like the rest of the world. So I like that New York wasn't a big part in the book. I think they go to a trip to New York, but that's like 10 pages worth of the story, and she's not constantly pulling away so far. So I really enjoyed that part of it. I wish they would have kept it a little bit more low key, where she was going to maybe a different city on the West Coast instead of New York and not LA. But that's apparently a big deal in writing. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Overall, the plot points are relatively the same. The climax is about the same, different context, but it's about the same. Resolution is again the same, just the setting is a little different. I think I'm going to give this. I might put this one. I think the movie and the book are both even. Again, for the first book, I like the book better. Second one, I preferred the movie. For this one, I'm going to go tied. Mo's going to go book. Mo's going to go book. The bold choice, Mo. I am going to give this one 4 apples, 6 apples. Mo's going to give it 6. That was a long explanation. 6 apples. All right, so I am done with the Jenny Han books, and I am now moving on to a request to do Good Omens. This is a little thicker, so it might take me a little bit more time. I can probably have a review to you next week, but I can't guarantee it because it's a thick book. All right, stay dry. I don't know when it's ever going to stop raining. If you have any questions or thoughts, reach out in the comments. Leave me a comment. Leave me a question. I think Mo might take a break. He's not going to read Good Omens, so I'll have someone else with me next time. All right, bye everybody.